It's the burner phone. Assalamu alaikum. What's going on with the people? I don't know why I got two phones. If the Fed's gonna listen, they're gonna listen on all of them any damn way. What's going on, people? Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, man. Nah, man. Hey, bro. Hey, man. I was sweating so much, bro, coming up out of there, man. And then I went inside the sauna, and then I went to the beach, and I did like 3 more miles, and then 600. He was trying to get me to come over there and get some of that nasty ass, greasy ass burger. What's up, Jimmy Dean? How you doing, brother? Assalamu alaikum. You guys have a hard day? Some of y'all ain't had no hard day. Some of y'all just stand on y'all bunk all day, just kicking back and just chilling, right? You know, reminiscing. All is well. Where you from, Jimmy? Jimmy Dean? You from California? Oh, Bird. Jimmy, Jimmy Dean, Bird, Bird, Do Rock Bird. Let me put my. Can I type in here? Nah, nah, bro. I don't need her. That's my neighbor, dude. I don't need her. What you talking about? I don't need her, man. You crazy? Let me put my IG up in there, man, so I can give you my new number. I got two phones. No, we winning. I gotta bring you on board on something. Hey, can I put my IG in here? It's a little bird. It's stand ready underscore. It's stand underscore ready. That's my IG. Matter of fact, I put it in that TikTok. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. I can't eat like that, bro. That was too much, man. So I don't know why 600 eating all that stuff like that, man. He got another fight coming up. He can't be eating that stuff like that. I was in the gym, man, doing all that workout. Okay, okay, I got it then. I'll get it off my old phone. I got it. I'll get it. I'll get it out this phone, this old phone. Um, I can't be eating that stuff. That's too much grease, man. That's just like it's like you working out, man. You going back and putting that stuff on. What's up, Brandon Morris? Oh, Bird, Jimmy Dean. Adisa was asking about you today, man. Hey, down there, everybody it was the Calipatria with us, bro. They out now. Hey, Brandon, where you from? Man, bro, everybody home, man. That's crazy, bro. It's like it's insane, man. They all be everybody. They be asking about you. I was like, he around here somewhere. That's for you to. Okay, all right, no problem. I'm not gonna find out. You don't want to tell me. I'm not gonna find out. I don't care. Yeah, man, majority of everybody's home, bro. Everybody focused right now, bro. I don't think nobody went. Oh yeah, Rodine went back, but he came back one day, bro. I give it to you. The players way I give it to you, bro. I'm gonna talk about how I met Monster first because everybody think Monster was in the county jail terrorizing me and all that old type of shit, and that never did happen. I don't know how dudes be read. If you ever read his book, he never said he done anything to me. But in some people mind, in their own perception, they think Monster was just up in there. Yeah, I'm on point, bro. I was up there. Yeah. Do I own a boat? Nah. I know how to get. I can. My boy got a boat. You know, I can get on it anytime I want to. Yeah, yeah. They don't know Jim. Hey, hey, Bird. They don't be knowing, huh? They just be running. Man called me. Hey, man. The man called me. Some dude called me a crackhead, bro. I just fell out laughing. I was like, damn, wow. Shit, maybe I just need to be on crack all day. You know, run around being on crack and just working out and just doing what I'm doing, just working and all that shit. Huh? Maybe I just need to be doing that. Huh? Oh, this dude, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, pretty instrument. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Brandon. I don't know what's going on with you. Hey, Hennessy, you been on a boat before? You want to go on a boat? That's what you. That's why you asking me. I have access to one all day. Nah, he never. Nah, Monster ain't never spoke bad about me, bro. Never, ever. You know, it's always respect, bro, on both sides. Oh man, what my thoughts on four extra? I don't know the youngster, man, so I really can't speak on him, man. He doing his thing, man. You know, he got the wave going, so he just doing his thing. You know, um, he just doing his thing, man. I don't all that extra stuff. I, I, they do what they do. You know, it's a different thing. It's a you know these youngsters they're different now, bro. You know, a lot of stuff that I see that they do, we never used to do that. He at home, bro. He at home. He probably rest up from eating all them nasty ass burgers he was eating on today, big ass greasy ass burgers. Y'all didn't see him on his Instagram today, man. He had eating that big old grass burger. He had his gun on it, all on his chest. He had a security thing on, his security hat on. I was like, man, this dude is crazy. I called that man. I was like, man, get the hell from over there, bro. But you know, he got license to carry, man, in all states. But this one right here, he just don't. He just wait. He got like what, 6 more months, and then he can, you know, secure. He can hide the gun and carry it around. Yeah, yeah, bro. Everyone's home now. Yeah, everyone home nowadays, bro. Everybody home, man. By the grace and mercy of Allah, just a few other brothers that's not home. Now they giving the brothers that's life without now. They got a chance to go to the board now. So they just got to be ready when they go up in there. So, Assalamu alaikum, Mustafa. Um, they just got to be ready to go up in there. You stupid. You thought 600 was ice. You stupid, man. Hey, man, I'm telling you, bro, them ice, man, they everywhere, bro. I be seeing them undercover cars, man. They be everywhere, just jumping out on dudes. And you know what the cold part about it is, man. Always one love, Bird. No, I'm gonna tell a story about you too, Bird from Do Rock. That's my boy, man. Um, it's like that's crazy, man. That's why I say, man, it's crazy how you be friends, come friends with dudes and close with dudes, even though we be on the opposite side. That's crazy, huh? That's what penitentiary does, man. You once was enemies, but now you becomes brothers. That's crazy. But that ICE situation, man, it's crazy, man, because they is not playing no games, man. I mean, it's like they don't play no games, bro. And it's like, some of the Pisces, they coming out. First, the streets were empty. Now today they was kind of crowded. 'Cause now they're starting to come back out because they have to go. They got to go feed their family. They got to go get that money, so they got to go feed their family. I still on their bumper, man. They're still snatching them up, man. They still snatch them up. So they got to come up with a different game plan how to get that money, man. Either they need to be in the car with somebody that's legal in the back seat or something like that. They can't be driving because when you come over here, they don't even understand because when they come over here, they give them IDs, they give them social securities, they purchase cars and stuff like that. So that's how they getting followed. That's how they getting found. All right, bro. All right, bro. I see you, brother. Inshallah, I see you. So that's how they getting found. So they don't understand that, and then they're not in shape. I seen one run today, bro. It's like he couldn't even get nowhere, man. He just couldn't. He couldn't even get on his horse. They got out that car. They started running at that dude. He tried to run. I was like, damn. That's all that drinking. Being lazy. Not having no discipline. That shit is crazy. All that grease and beer in your belly and all on your body. You can't move. Your heart rate ain't pumping. You can't even get away, man. Man couldn't even get back to his car, bro. Oh man, that's crazy, man. That just man, hey man, that it comes with the territory because Trump said he was gonna do that, and they still voted for him. He said he was gonna do that. He said he was gonna get rid of them people, man. And everybody thought California was a safe haven. See, people don't understand that the state laws is below the federal law. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, people don't understand that. La la, what la 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 la? Where you from? You from California, Mississippi, New York? You from the section? What part? How old are you, bro? You out the avenues, the fronts, the hills. I don't know how that stuff started getting separated like that over there, man. That's crazy. I remember when I was growing up, we were just one. We wasn't even, that wasn't even an afterthought. We recognized what, where we stayed at the Abs, right? Okay, cool. We recognized where we stayed at. Like I stayed on 10th Avenue, so even though I stayed on 10th Avenue, it didn't matter. We were still all together. But when I was doing my time, I used to hear about how dudes used to come up in there, and some youngsters used to come up in there. They were like, "I'm from here and I'm from there," and I was like, "What? You from what? Man, you better get over there now. Your crowd, you can't do that here. So you better get over there with your homies, man, and y'all gonna be just one." You haven't seen me in 30, right? 34, 34 years. Unless you've seen me before that, 34, 34 years. Okay, I did 17, and I've been home 17, so that's 34. So I don't come around, I don't go around that joint. I don't go to no function. I ran into some certain brothers. I didn't put up on certain brothers and stuff like that. Um, I didn't check them out, you know, chopped it up with them. Yeah, man. But I don't go to no functions or nothing like that, bro, because I just ain't. I'm not. I'm just not with that shit no more. Period. I wasn't with it inside the penitentiary. I have that already, MT. Yeah, I think K Dog brother was K Dog brother was little K Dog brother was all boys in the hood. That's all I can remember. Yeah, MT, I stacks up on that stuff, brother, already, bro. He was 12, about 12. And you was young, man. La la. You male or female? Hey Frank, 600 said he gonna knock you out when you see him. Yeah, you female and you was 12 and you stayed in the avenues. And you remember me? Yeah, I stay ready, bro. That's like a motto of ours, man. We stay ready. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this, brother, when it comes down to the survival of the fittest, a lot of dudes ain't ready for that, bro. That's incredible. You remember me and you was 12. Oh my God. Oh, wow, that's incredible. Um, a lot of dudes ain't ready like that, man. uh, was that little nutty in Menace Society? I don't think there's no little nutty, bro, unless it's loose cannon. I don't think Nutty have a little homeboy like that, man. Nutty stunt over there, brother, wasn't long at all, man. He got gunned down over there. They tried to kill him over there, but he had a police vessel, you know. And when I was in the county jail, I was in the county jail fighting a hot one. When I heard about it, um, me and the brother started arguing about it because I told him he should have took headshots. You know how we was back then. Me and the brother started arguing about it. He was like, man, I dumped the clip. I was like, man, you should have headshot at that clown. But when I got out, I never seen that brother no more, man. Even though he was on the streets, he never came back around there. After that, he had disappeared. That dude was a cold plant, bro. I'm talking about that dude, man. You talking about a plant? That dude was a cold plant, man. Man, that dude, man, he got so many dudes in the pen. It's crazy. Yeah, he got so many dudes inside the penitentiary. It was Hey, bro, listen. Hey, Frank, I don't know why they did that, bro. Honestly, I don't know why the brothers did that. Because like I said, bro. Um, me and them brothers, we had a big old thing on 10th Avenue about that. You know, I got into it with them dudes. I got into it with Slim, Petey Wag, Big U, and Nutty, all on 10th Avenue, bro. This damn thing. I don't like these new Chargers, man. They just trash. Yeah, I got into it with them dudes, bro. I'm talking about right there in the middle of the building where Mumbles used to be at all the time. I remember that stuff like it was yesterday because you got to understand, bro. When I went to Banny High School and Nutty was from Antis Park going to Banny High School, I'm talking about flamed up. He was straight flamed up every day. Flamed up. One of the dudes one of the dudes that one of the dudes that always had a car because he had a car. So he had a car, bro. So he had a car. So the women was flocking to him and everything, man. And then like when I moved, my sister graduated. She moved, and I was still staying in Carson, but I was always over her house on 10th Avenue. So what I did was I used to take the 210 on Crenshaw all the way to Banning High School and back and forth. So one day, man, yeah, he did a lot of snitching. What are you talking about? Well, did nobody know nothing about that though, bro? At that time, did nobody know nothing about that, man? You gotta understand, bro. We was young, bro. Did nobody know nothing about that, bro? Come on now. That stuff was fresh. It's like you had 79. We wasn't banging or nothing like that. Yeah, I was living in Delamo on Gladwood. 79, we wasn't thinking about none of that stuff. I came around like the end of 82, right? I'm close to Eddie Girl. Eddie Girl used to be my girl when I first moved. That's what she got her name. Where you think she got her name from? Um, yeah, she got a name. Why y'all think? Why you think she has that name? Um, I came around like in '82, the end of '82, and then we out there doing our thing. You know how that is, doing stupid shit, running up and down the street doing stupid shit. But I was still going to school because I had to graduate. If I didn't graduate, my parents would have been on my bumper. So I graduated, and then I still started going to college a little bit, but I was still hanging out on that block, man. And then when the drug trade came, it just took over, because we was making more money out there in the streets than we was doing just going to a regular 9 to 5. And you got to, back then they was like the minimum wage was like $6, $7. Rent wasn't that high. I think rent was like sometimes rent was just like $200 or 250. Guess who back? Brandon Morris. Who are you, Brandon Morris? You got to be from the section, huh? You got to be from over there, huh, brother? Or whoever you are. I don't know who you are. It's okay. It's all right. Nice to see you, wherever you are. Brandy. Brandy. I don't know who you are. It's okay. But that's what happened, man. And then, like I said, back to George, he came around in '84. And when he came on the hood, have you ever broken a dude's jaw? Nah, I didn't broke arms and shit like that. I ain't broke no jaws. I done disabled arms and legs and stuff like that, but never no jaw. You know, I'm not gonna be sitting there trying to break nobody's jaw. But yeah, Nutty came on the block and I seen him with him, and I was like, man, what this dude? I was like, what this? Could they try to introduce him to me? And I'm looking at him, I'm like, shh. I said, hey man, ain't your name George Williams? He was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, hey man, ain't you from Antis Park? No, no, man, I used to be from Hoover. And I looked at them and they looked at me and then they were like, oh no, man, he ain't from there no more. This the homie and all that. Man, it was a big ass argument and shit like that, man. Big old we starts man, what PD Wax starts tussling and shit like that. He tried to fire on me. And then when I tried to get up in his ass, Slim and Big U grabbed me and all that old weird shit. And you got to know at that time, man, I always was strapped. I always kept that thing on me. And I was like, man, and it's like to the point where, I was outnumbered, but still though, I was never scared of my people, because they are my homies. So I will never be scared of them dudes. It was just like the fact that they was taking up for that dude because, they thought they all took karate classes together. So you know how that shit goes. But Wack did when he caught that case, man, he was like, man, we should have listened to you. I was like, yeah, duh. We was in the county jail. I was like, yeah, man. Well, I still felt some type of way, man, because my brother was locked up, behind that clown. It was just like if you see the paperwork, and I posted paperwork and everything that we've been talking about, you can see it. I know somebody who can get in touch with him. I'll probably get in touch with him. I'll probably go pull up on him. I'm gonna try to get in touch with him so if I can pull up on him and talk to him. If you read that, did you read the part where they kidnapped him and did you read all of it or did you pay attention to it? I know Jamel Holloway stayed around the corner from me. I know Jamel Holloway real good. Hey bro, now you see I'm talking about. You see we talking about the backdoor powerhouse. You see that? You see how all that played out? That's why I don't understand how he got found guilty, bro. It was stupid, man. You know, because it was tape recorders, all that stuff. It was just crazy, man. I was like, man, how the fuck? But back then, you got to understand that the system, they didn't care about none of that. They were just trying to push get dudes up in that penitentiary because they needed bodies. So you wasn't getting no fair shake. You wasn't getting no fair shake back then, bro. You know how many brothers from the section from over there from the '60s to the gangsters to the Hoovers to the Coasters that went to jail for some shit they didn't do just because they wanted to close the books. That 77 precinct, man, it was one of the most corrupt precincts I'd ever seen in my life, bro. And everything was circumstanced. They never had like murder weapons. Sometimes they didn't have no eyewitness, and they'll still find you guilty. Straight up. I mean, straight up, bro. You know, and just like my brother said, all them dudes gave interviews. And the cold part about it is, I know who told, and I know who didn't tell. So whoever gave interviews, they gave interviews, and this is why I be telling dudes, man, about the street code. See, the street code is saying that you can't give interviews, right? But back then, they'll force you up in there. They'll handcuff you and they'll throw you up in the interview room and they'll come up in there and they'll try to talk to you until you want to lawyer, until you say you want to lawyer up. With 9 times out of 10, most dudes is not going to lawyer up because they don't know their rights. They don't know no better. So they'll just keep you up in there. But it's a lot of dudes that did give them interviews, they stayed down, and a lot of them didn't, bro. You know what I'm saying? And when he read off some of them names stayed solid. Some of them names didn't. And the only reason and the only reason I haven't put the ones that um, didn't stay down because a lot of them basically have moved on. Some of them are not here anymore, and then it's like they really wasn't a factor in that case. They made statements like crazy, but they really wasn't a factor. So I'd be like, man, it really doesn't matter, man, because I'm not here to blow nobody about the water. All I'm trying to do is try to show where the back door came in at. That's the only thing we're trying to show. We're not trying to show anything else but where the back door came in at because he wasn't there. And then you got dudes that don't believe that Jeff Benzo told, right? So that's why I posted paperwork. Nigga, he told, right? But he didn't tell on Eric though. He told on the other guys. He did not tell on Eric. I will give him that. He didn't tell on Eric, but he told on them other guys. Nutty is the one when he got kidnapped, and I posted paperwork. When he, you seen where they took him around to his mama house, they took him around to his grandmother house, they took him around to his, and everything else. Did you see to read the part where they said they was gonna kill the baby mama and the twins? So if you guys look at that paperwork that's on my page and I posted, you'll see all that information is there. So it's just not like me or my brother, we were sitting there blowing smoke up y'all butt or nothing like that. We're just laying down the back door because Nutty was always giving statements before he already had gave statements. Put it like this, he already had gave statements, right? Once they found out he gave statements, they didn't have enough evidence. So they sent him back out there to give him more evidence. But when he was trying to get more evidence, they got a hold to him and snatched him up, like it says in the paperwork. And then he went back and then he said, my brother um, gave him what said he had a 30-30 and all that old fake ass bullshit with that damn lie and all that old other shit. But he had implemented all them other guys' name before he mentioned my brother. So them dudes scared him not to say nothing about them. Even um when the police was on the stand, they was saying that the karate instructor and all that stuff, bro. I don't even know Bear Claw like that, bro. Be honest with you, Bear Claw is to me, Bear Claw was a minion, meaning that um, he was just Bear Claw was in a situation he should have never been in. You know, I don't know that brother, man. I know Big Bear Claw. I don't. He's Little Bear Claw. Big Bear Claw is F Bone, if y'all know that or not. But that's who Big Bear Claw is. The Bear Claw, the Little Bear Claw is the one that's on the case with draws. So I really didn't know him like that. I know of him, but he wasn't around when I was around like that, bro. You know. So yeah, I know Big Cat. Come on now. If he wasn't there, hey, look, Billy. All you got to do, you want the case number? You want the case number? Matter of fact, how old are you, Billy? Let's get that straight because if you're not my age or if you younger than that, if you don't understand what we're on, all you got to do is get the case. What's up, Money Green? What's up, bro? Salam alaikum. See, it's a lot of you guys. This would trip me out. It's a lot of you guys that younger than we are, and you guys have an opinion or a perception of the case when you guys wasn't there. But and a lot of you guys, a lot of you people, y'all just sit there and y'all listen to certain individuals and certain opinions and things of that nature. But you guys don't go read, and that's the problem. People don't go investigate. People always take like, say for instance, uh, yeah, I know Crazy Keith. Yep, come on, man. Hell yeah, I know Crazy Keith. You guys, damn fireworks. You got to take the opinion of somebody else and y'all just run with that narrative. But you guys on that, just like a lot of these YouTubers, they don't do no investigation on nothing. They'll hear something about somebody and they just run with the information. They never try to investigate on what really goes on or what on and nothing like that because they be so thirsty for commentary and all that type of stuff. They don't know shit. Do I believe one sin is greater than the other sin? Nah, that depends, bro. Yeah, it's levels to that. Yeah, it's levels to that. Yep. It's levels to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like one sin is greater than the other sin. Yes, it's levels to that, but it doesn't mean that when somebody does something to another individual, that means that you got to get some get back in that particular type of manner. I don't believe that, because unless, it warrants, your family life or your life or something like that, man. But like I was saying, it's like people, they don't do their research. So when people be speaking on the case, like dudes was trying to tell me yesterday that Jeff Benzo didn't tell. I'm like, bro, he told, bro. I would never say nothing about that. Um, I'm not gonna speak on nothing I don't have no knowledge about. So that's why I post the paperwork, bro. He told, bro, but he didn't. He told. He told. It's a lot of dudes told. So it's like when dudes like get to the point when they can't believe. See, this is the thing that I don't get. Did I ever hang in the front? Sometime. It was spooky now. Um, this is what I don't get. Everybody in the section know my brother had nothing to do with that, right? Everybody. If you ask anybody from that section, they'll tell you out their mouth he had nothing to do with that. It'd be the outsiders, um, be the ones talking about, oh, they pointed him out. Oh, he did this. Dude, we know who did what, bro. If you from over there, bro, we know who did what. Did you read the paperwork, Wild Bunch? You want me to send you a PDF? That's what I'm saying. People don't read. It's like people don't want to read. It's like wherever the information is coming from, if it's coming from me or it's coming from somebody else, people don't want to believe that. You know. I made the brothers aware of that over 30 years ago, and they swept that up under the rug, bro. So it's like people don't understand. Okay, now let's say for instance like this. Let's give an example. Remember when the brother was turning himself in? I don't know why he did that, man. I still can't understand why he turned himself in, man. For the life of me, I don't know why he did that, bro. Um, nah, bro, it's not fake, bro. That shit ain't fake. That stuff ain't fake, bro, at all. It's not fake, bro. It's public record, bro. You can pull it up. You can Google it. That's the cool part about it. Um, it's like if you know what a spontaneous, I mean, it's like when you say for instance, if I get caught by the police. Right. Come on, man. My brother didn't do that, man. Come on, everybody in the section know they didn't do that, bro. Come on, he didn't do that, bro. He was nowhere around that club. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, man, my brother was like, he just wasn't built for that shit. He wasn't around that shit. I think he's gonna get out for sure. I know, God willing, he's gonna get out. You know, with the new developments that's arising now, I know he's gonna get out. See, either when he go, because he has a court date already. Either when he go back to court, they might come up with some fake ass deal and tell him, look, uh, we're gonna give you this deal. You can take your ass home, but we ain't gonna give you no money for all that shit. He been up in there, so he might say, man, do I need the money or I want my freedom? 9 times out of 10, the a dude with reason and logic, he gonna be saying, fuck that money, give me my freedom. I can get out here and get some bread. He got a big brother. He can come out here. He gonna get some bread, but he just not gonna get the bread that he was falsely accused for of being up in there. You know, what's G Bob? Big G Bob? Big tall G Bob? I didn't hang with G Bob, but big tall G Bob was on 10th Avenue every day. G Bob was around there messing with them little girls every day. That dude G Bob, you know G Bob, man. That dude G Bob, man. Them little girls around there, they couldn't stand a chance with that nigga, boy. That nigga would be on. They used to be on them. See, G Bob was older than me. That dude was older than me. He was on them little girls, boy. He don't know who did it, bro. How can he tell? He don't know shit. That's the cold part about it, man. He don't know nothing, bro. He don't know shit. He don't know who did that. I know who did that, but he don't know who did that. And there's certain things I don't talk to him over the phone. You know. See, the thing is that, like I tell everybody else, bro, when we be, I don't know what you're talking about, Frank. What you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. Um, you guys don't understand, man. Like I tell dude, it's not gonna be me or my brother that tell on nobody, bro. It's not gonna be 600 that tell on nobody. It's gonna be, it's gonna be dudes, their own folks. It's gonna be the ones that's telling on them because when you're not in that circle, you're not privy to a lot of shit that was going on. Okay, if he be home, bro, hey, you okay? He come home, he come home, bro. Come on now. I don't have nothing to do with that, man. What shit? He come home, he come home. Nah, bro, he wasn't hanging with the wrong people. My brother was hanging with like dudes like Lee Mack, Irv Cat, Catman, player type dudes. Yeah, I know Cat like Bobby, bro, for sure. My brother was like a square type dude. He wasn't even built for that, bro. When I always talk to you guys, I tell y'all, man, he wasn't really built for that, bro. Hey, Wild Bunch, 112. You from California? Where you out of? Where you out of, Money Green? But like I said, man, the paperwork is there. I know Big Rick. I didn't know Tyrone, bro. I met Big Rick and Soledad when I first went to the penitentiary. All right, okay, all right, bro. That's what's up. Hey, where's Huron at, man? Is who seven? You know 74 Huron? Where he at? Is he home or where he at, man? Do you know him? You know Mac? All right, all right. Yeah. Lee Mack and Cat. My brother was hanging with them dudes. Lee Mack and Cat. They was real player type dudes. And he was with them dudes. And if you guys know the characters, what's up, good? What's up, baby? What's going on, brother? If you guys know the character of Cat and Lee Mack, them dudes wasn't on no that type of stupid shit, getting in the streets, gunning nobody down and stuff like that. Them dudes were just some player type dudes fucking on girls and on the block getting some money. That's all they was doing. He was hanging with them type of dudes. You can My brother don't even know how to dismantle a gun and none of that shit, man. Them dudes used to ride around with a gun with no bullets, man. Come on. So that'll tell you what type of dudes some dudes was, man. In every section, man, like I explained to a lot of brothers, man, that you have levels to that stuff. And sometimes, man, dudes just be a part of that community and that section, and they don't even be with the umph. They just be just a part of that community, and that don't diminish that them not being apart from that community. And this is what a lot of dudes try to prey on dudes like. Just because they be more tougher than the next individual, you have the tough dudes trying to prey on the dudes that not so tough you know. And me personally, I never was with that, man. So if we had like one of the brothers from the section, coming around trying to prey on the other brothers, man. I, what you say? I'm Bill. You saying he tell another story that he tell a story like what? That my brother was there? Yeah, everybody not a killer, bro, but they still be homies. I'm from 10th Avenue, bro. 6419 10th Avenue, apartment 10. Billy, whoever you are, bro, I know you. I know you're lying because I talked to that brother's people, and my brother was nowhere around that joint. They even said Wack wasn't around that joint. So whatever story the Wack telling you, or somebody telling wherever the story you getting it from, you getting it from. Yeah, everybody not built for that lifestyle, bro. And I be telling dudes, man, just and and rightful so, man. And then once it's like, man, dudes always trying to prey on dudes that are weaker, and that kills me, man. I'm like, dude, if a dude is weak, man, you're supposed to either try to build him up or just let him stay in his lane. And then when something arises or something like that, you tough dudes should be able to handle that. You know, that don't mean he's not your homie or he's not your friend. Man, dudes got life and bullshit all mixed up, bro. That's the biggest problem, bro. When I was in the pen, bro, I used to see so many dudes get messed over because they didn't have that umph in them. You know, dudes just to mess over dudes like that, bro. And I couldn't stand that shit, man. I'm like, man, why you dudes? Oh, that dude's a buster. Okay, why he's a buster? Oh, he don't know how to do this. He don't know. So what? But that's your homie. Hey, bro, a lot of them tough dudes is folded already, bro. Them dudes are straight cowards, man. Dudes with them big names. That's right, baby. And that's why, you know what, man? It's like, this is the thing, man. Let's use Big U as an example. Big U was working with the kids, man. Alhamdulillah, may Allah reward him for that, bro. But I think that was a beautiful thing that brother was doing, bro, for sure. He was in a position, man, to guide them youngsters into a position where they could have been they could have been lawyers, doctors, law enforcement, anything. If even if they still wanted to be from that section, right? Because they was exposed to that section because he was still functioning with certain individuals around there, and his homies used to always come up there, to practice and stuff like that. So them kids was exposed to that, and a lot of them kids after their football career, they became a part of that section. But if he could have just seen the insight and the foresight that he can say like, okay, man, you're not gonna be able to go to the pros, you're not gonna be able to go to college, you're not gonna be able to do this. Okay, you go get a trade in this, you go get a trade in that, you go do this and you go do that, but you still, brother, can still be a part of the section, but you guys are gonna be doing something else. That if something else, come arise or something like they'll be in position to help their community. He could have taught, positioned some of them dudes to be congressmen, senators, or whatever it may be, bro. Dudes, man, dudes don't be having that insight, man. When you sitting there, when you dealing with them youngsters or them kids, bro, you shape and mold them, brother, in a way, man, what you want to shape them, man, so they can be successful. Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying, Calvin. Man, everybody not a killer, man. Do you know how hard it is to kill somebody, bro? Nigga, that shit is nerve wracking. You know how hard that shit is, bro? You know how hard it is, man, to get out your car and walk up on a dude in his own neighborhood, brother, and gun him down? Why do you think it was so many drive-bys? Because a lot of dudes were scared, man. They didn't know nothing about that. They'll just drive by and just start shooting, and they don't care who they hit. That shit is hard, man. Dudes be talking all that stuff, man. That dudes be killing me, man, when they be talking that stuff, bro. And you know what else kills me? When dudes be talking about a fade. That really kills me, man. I laugh at that, man, because hey, man, real dudes ain't gonna give you no fade, man. Real dudes gonna be playing for keeps, bro. Real dudes, they not gonna give you no fade. You know, it's like it's like this, bro. It's like this now. If you see T, when you have a fight with them and they lose, the first thing dudes do, they put it on the internet. So they ridicule these kids. They ridicule them. And if these dudes don't have no thick skin and they thin skinned, dude's gonna clown them about getting whooped on and all that type of stuff and get dragged and punked or something like that. What you think them dudes gonna do? They're gonna go back and get their gun and they're gonna come blow your ass down, right? Because they're not gonna be able to take the ridicule. So it's like when you talking about fade, you putting yourself in a lose-lose situation, man. If you beat a dude ass, he gonna might want to kill you the next day. If you win, that dude might want to kill you. So it's just like a lose-lose type situation, man. When dude be talking about let me get this fade, because it's not 1980. It's not 1981, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1990 where you just go and just fade somebody and get it on. Nah, bro, it's 2025, bro. These kids ain't taking no losses at all. And you already can see right now, brother, when they catching cases now, they telling out the gate. They just telling. They don't care because they really know there's no consequences behind telling. Hey, bro, do you know that the penitentiary's on lockdown right now, bro? I didn't have like three brothers call me and I had to send them some money. I had to send one brother 200. I had to send my brother 200. I had to send some other brothers like another 100 and another brother. Another. They on lockdown, right? Okay. You know why they on lockdown? Because the PCs is going crazy up in that joint, man. The PCs is like 95% of the penitentiary now, bro. They going crazy. I talked to the brother today. He said that they got a gang called the Two Fivers up in there, right? Where the gang is consists of Mexicans, blacks, and whites, rapists, and all type of shit. And then they got a gang. It called they're a bunch of homosexuals, and they said the homosexuals are the most dangerous ones up in that joint, man. He said they call it criplets or something like that. I said, damn. He said, man, they dangerous up in that joint. He said they the ones that's laying everything down. He said that all the old gang members that got rolled up off the yards, then came over there and messing with them punks and got messing around up in there and then got married to them and all type of weird shit. That's some nasty shit, man. And got married to him and all type of shit. And they just, over there, Crips and Criplets, and they said they going crazy over there, bro. They on lockdown over there, man. And then they got them all. It's another gang they talk. I forgot the name of that other gang he was talking about, but he said, man, the motherfuckers is going crazy. They killing somebody every other day up in there, bro. That's why all the level fours and all the level threes on lockdown, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to integrate every yard to be a 50-50 yard. This is what they're doing now. And the cold part about it is when you're dealing with CDC, CDC is going to be successful because they're going to push that on you. They're going to tell all them brothers that been down all that time that kept it solid up in there, hasn't been on no PCR, haven't done none of that, bro. They're going to force that shit on them brothers, man. And some of them brothers not going to go for it. But the ones that really want to go home, that got action of going home, they're going to be like, fuck that shit, man. I got to get home, man. And then and when they do that, man, they still gonna and then other dudes that's on the main line or dudes that's not, functioning with the 50-50 yard. Because if you don't function with the 50-50 yard, because I read the whole thing, how they trying to lay it down on, you can put it up on the website of CDCR. Um, hey Frank, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Um, um, once you read that stuff on the CDCR about the 50-50 yards, if you don't program, you ain't going home, bro. That's how they're gonna use that against the dudes that's trying to get home. They're gonna use that against them. Watch, watch, bro. That shit finna get crazy. They gonna stay on lockdown up in that joint. So what you think Big U is done? I don't know, Frank. You know what, Frank? You need to get on an airplane, fly from Colorado, and come out here and go see the brother, man, and ask him all them questions yourself. That's what you need to do, bro. That what you need to do, man. You act like I know, like I really know what's going on with the brother, man. I've been to court a couple of times. I seen, I listen, I see, and I pay attention. And man, the man fighting an uphill battle, bro. That's all I can tell you, man. From my perspective, anything can happen, man. But he just fighting an uphill battle, man. Money Green, you say that just need love? Hey, bro, I don't know. Hey, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro. If you, I don't. It's like if you experience that. To me, in my ignorance, in my stupidity, when I was a part of that lifestyle, in my ignorance, once I knew I can deal with that county jail, I felt I can deal with anything, right? Because that county jail brother was scared the shit out you back in my day. Once I found out I could navigate through that sucker, man, without nothing happening to me or something like that, bro, I knew I could make it anywhere. But that was the wrong type of train of thought that I had, because I seen what happened to dudes up in there, bro. And that should have scared me straight, but I still went out there with the fucking stupid shit, the stupidity, and I had plenty of opportunities, brother, to turn the page, man, because it was right there in our laps. Just before I got cracked, man, I had got a job for the city, man, but my dumb ass, man, thought I was gonna do a last lick, man, and I fucked around, got caught up, man, because I had one already had my daughter, and then my son, the girl was pregnant with my son, and I was like, oh man, I got to get out these streets. I went to go try to do that one last lick, man, and got caught up, man. Stupid. That was stupid. You do stupid things, you get stupid prizes, bro. That's what happened. And then when you get to jail and you just going through the motions, going through the motion. But when you get to that pen, bro, like the first couple of years, you adapting, and then you get up in there, man, you will feel straight up out. If you don't like jail, you gonna feel out of place right away, bro. You'll be like, man, what the fuck I'm doing around all these dudes, man? All these ignorant ass dudes. Hey, bro, they be ignorant up in there, bro. low level education. Do you know how many brothers, man, that didn't have no GED or ever went to school? There was an AB1, AB2, and AB3 and stuff like that, bro. They couldn't read or write or none of that shit, man. I was like, damn, you know. And the cold part about it, man, I used to see brothers, man, up in that penitentiary, man. Yeah, animals. I used to see brothers up in that penitentiary, bro. They used to go crazy because they couldn't get to the, like, say for instance, you know how dudes come out of jail and they don't want to work. In there, they want to work and they want to go to school. And they'll go crazy on the COs when they don't let them out to go to work or school. They'll go crazy up in there, bro. They'll cuss you out, man. They be having an attitude. They don't go to work or school. They be having an attitude, man. It was like, man, mood swings, man. It was like dudes having periods up in that joint, man. Tell you, man, I be like, man, this shit is just fucked up. It's trash. It's straight trash up in there, bro. The COs is trash. They treat you like shit. Sometimes your homies treat you like shit. It's just trash, bro. They'll politic on you if they don't like you or something like that. Don't have no sack. If you have a sack up in that joint, man, and dudes, and you get into the bag, man, dudes gonna drop kites and tell on you, or them dudes gonna get mad, man, and they gonna try to press up on you, or them dudes gonna go to the program office, um, go get a 128 or a 115 or just some fake ass paperwork, and they gonna type on that shit, said you did this and did that, and they gonna sit there and they gonna politic on you, and they gonna get you up out of there. Just what dudes do up in there, bro. That shit is ruthless up in that joint, man. And then there's no telling, man, if a race ride jump off, man, there's no telling if you gonna come home or not, bro. Man, I used to watch a young kid, man, from Fresno get his whole motherfucking chest blew open. And he was 2 weeks to the house, bro. Straight died up in that joint. Too ignorant, too stupid to stay in the cell. You got 2 weeks home. We telling you it's a war going on. We telling you to stay in the cell. Oh no, fuck that shit. Yeah. Came out there and white boys wore his ass out. Wore him out. Pride. Man, I would have stayed my black ass right in the cell, man. When I got like 2 years to the house, you couldn't hear a word from me, bro. That's a good thing, bro. Yeah, that money green, that what happens to you, change you. He up in there reading and studying. That's what he doing, bro. He found himself. I'm gonna tell you about what is two things gonna happen to you. Either prison gonna break you, or you gonna find yourself, and you gonna stand out like a sore thumb because you ain't gonna be with the bullshit. You're gonna be able to navigate yourself through that shit because you have a spiritual base, you have an education level, and you're not in a whole lot of political politics up in there like that. You're gonna navigate yourself up out of there. And the best thing for a lot of brothers, man, and when they do go to jail, is to get off that level 4, man. I was on that level 4 for 15 years, bro. My dumb ass. I'm talking about, bro. Once I got down to the level 3, that's when I knew I was going home. They sent me to two of the softest level 3s I ever been to, bro. Wasn't nothing going on. I went to RJ Donovan in San Diego, and then I went to CMC. Nothing going on. Soft, man. Everybody up there, soft. You know how everybody just like on an even keel, just chill type environment. Everybody was like that. The blacks, the whites, Hispanics, everybody, bro. Dudes didn't want to go nowhere, man. Dudes was tired of all that, that rigor all them politics, man. Dudes get tired of that, bro. It's just not like it's just like when like you out here in the streets. It's like when you go to the neighborhood or you go to a function or something like that, and you feel out of place, you can just get in your car and leave. You can't do that up in there, bro. That's why I encourage dudes, man. If they not in jail now, they need to find a different way, bro. Brothers need to find a different way and navigate themselves to a different space, man. Because I'm sure a lot of them youngsters now have kids just like we had kids. Because we had kids like at 18, 19, 20, 21. And I'm sure them dudes got kids, bro. They got to look at, okay, first of all, this is what the brothers need to be looking at. You don't want your kid being raised by another dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no telling what type of influence this individual's gonna have on your kid's life, right? Because I'm gonna tell you like this: once you go to jail and you get them Buck Rogers number, your baby mama out of here. Your wife is out of here. They may come see you and let you see them kids, but they getting them booty cheeks claps everywhere, which way but loose when you going up in that joint, man. So if you sit there, you thinking your girl gonna sit there and stay down? Nah, mm-mm. For every individual that's up in the penitentiary right now, I know they know. I know damn well they know them girls out here getting smashed down. But they probably really don't care because them girls are taking care of them. So my thing is this: like, if you have kids, don't let no other man raise your kids, man. Wild Bunch 112. I don't know her. But the thing is, man, just take, man, don't sacrifice your family. My thing is like, don't sacrifice your family, man, for some bullshit or be shackled behind certain politics, man. Don't sacrifice your family for that, bro. Don't do that. Okay, it's not worth it, man. You'll look up and be like me, man. I came home, my son was shit, 16 and a half. Daughter was, matter of fact, my daughter was pregnant and had a baby 3 days after I came home. Daughter was 20. Right. That's right. Right. They'll raise him. Another man was gonna raise him. Your so-called homie's gonna raise him. And then this is the cold part about it is, bro, it's like when you come from the United States ghettos, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna have a woman from the United States ghettos, right? And when you have a woman from the United States ghettos, they gonna be exposed to whatever you exposed to. 600 know how to fight. He watch with his next fight. He know how to fight, bro. That's all I'm gonna tell you, man. He know how to fight. I didn't seen him in full action, you know. So he know how to fight, man. Y'all see on the next fight. Um, you gotta understand that your kids' mothers or wife gonna be exposed to the same type of environment that you was exposed to. And you know who gonna raise your kids if you go to jail? Your so-called homeboys, just like the brother said. Your so-called homeboys gonna be raising your kid. And that's not a bad thing because I'm saying this, bro. You really can't get mad at it because that's what dudes do, man. You know what I'm saying? There's no loyalty in that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Why he let the white boy KO him. Hey Frank, won't you come out here and KO 600, man? You want to know if he can squabble? I guarantee he'll knock your ass out. um, are you an OPP because he's from the other side? All right, he can't fight, bro. I'm just letting you know, man. Right. Wild Bunch, right. He's gonna be a op, right. Right. Exactly. They will become tiny lokes while you in prison. Right. I was fortunate, man. And be honest with you, man, because I was fortunate 'cause my son was raised over there. I'm talking about right there. I came home, man. My son was so square, man. It blew me away how my son was a straight nerd, bro. I'm looking at this tall. He taller than me. My son like 6'6", 6'7". I'm looking at this dude, and I'm like, man, and he's just straight nerd. I was happy for that though. I was grateful. Honestly, man, I was totally grateful for that, bro. I swear to God, man. I'm grateful to that woman, and I'm grateful to the her dude. Her dude was, man. I was grateful for that. Cause one thing for sure, my baby mothers, they used to be on top of my kids bumper, you know. So, and to this very day, my son, my son, at this very age, he'll call me and he'll be asking me certain things. He'll see certain things on this internet, and he'll be like, "Hey, Dad, what is whoop?" And then I'm gonna tell him the truth. And then he says like, "Man," he said, "Why do they do that shit?" Right? That's good, man. Baby Waco did that for you, bro. And my son be asking me, he said, "Well, why do they gang bang like that?" He said, "Ain't that shit?" He said, "That shit is stupid." This is my boy telling me that shit is stupid. This is a man that's 24 years younger than me telling me the shit that I used to do was stupid. And rightful so. It was stupid. It was always stupid. But I explained to him, man, that age, we didn't have the technology that they had. Oh man, here we go with the 600 stuff, man. Won't y'all tell 600 he weak, bro? Tell 600 he can't squabble. Tell 600 he can't weak. I don't know why y'all telling me, bro, because that don't matter to me, man. I don't care. You know what I'm gonna do? What y'all want me to do because he is he weak or he can't fight or what do y'all want me to do, bro? Y'all want me to scream and holler at y'all want me to pull a loose cannon and scream and holler at the phone and shit like that and be like, fuck you and because y'all saying he weak? Come on, bro. Man, he's my roommate, huh? How's he my roommate, bro? How do you know this? Where did you come up with this idea from? I didn't think so. Come on, man. You think 600 been staying with me for the last 17 years, bro? Nah, man, I'm not finna be talking. Man. I'm not finna be talking crazy. I don't give a fuck about no algorithm, man. Man, 600 beat the shit out of Frank, bro. I guarantee you that, man. See, dudes, man, they underestimate dudes. That because they seen 600 have that fight or something like that, man. Man, 600 beat the shit out that dude, bro. Cause I'm a bum and don't have no place to stay, huh? Oh, that's crazy. All right, thank you. If I don't have no place to stay, Mac. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. I don't have a car either, huh? I don't have nothing, huh? Versus Charles and White. Oh hell no. Nah. Hey, come on, man. Yeah, man. That's all I have with the car, huh? Oh, this dude is crazy. What kind of car I have, bro? I got what I got. A bucket, right? I have a bucket, right, huh, Mac? You just see my car? It's a bucket, right? Stay out the way. Ooh, Big U's a rat. Nah, man, I got a troll up in here, man. Talking about all I have is a car. You ain't Mark, and 600. Thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be a mark, bro. I appreciate that me being a mark. I really do. Yeah, bro. No, I'm just saying this brother right here. He said, a car is all I have. I'm trying to see if he know what kind of car I have. Like going pretty well, brother. Now let him stay up in here. Let him talk his shit a little bit, Hennessy. I get him up out of here. You know, he's a person that probably don't know nobody, man, and he just want to troll. You know, he probably don't even know me or 600. he he don't even know. He don't know nobody. That's the problem. You know. Now you don't tell the truth. If you told the truth, you said I don't have nowhere to stay, right? Where do I stay at then? If I don't have nowhere to stay, bro. Yeah, I knew X-ray. Yeah, I knew X-ray skinny ass. Yeah, man. Oh, yeah, we don't know X-ray ass, man. I don't stay with no damn 600 dude. You stupid. Okay, where did I used to stay at before I met 600 then? Where I used to stay then? Since you know so much. In my car? What kind of car do I First of all, what kind of car I have right now? Let's get to that. What kind of car I have? You don't know, huh? No, it's not a BMW. I'm asking this dude Mac 100. Well, since he think he know about my life, what kind of car I have, bro? You don't care. I didn't think so. And I live with 600, right? Right? That what you said, right? Yeah, you don't know nothing, bro. You just masturbating at the mouth, man, just like a lot of brothers be doing, man. Y'all sit there and masturbate out the mouth. Y'all come up with these different scenarios. Y'all don't know nothing, man. You guys hate 600. Probably hate me because I rock with him, and I really don't care, bro. That shit don't bother me, man. I don't have thin skin. You guys hide behind these. You don't even have no profile picture up here. So what you're doing is you hide behind something. Yeah, I have a truck, bro. I have a 2025 Toyota Tundra Limited, brand spanking new, right off the lot. No car note. 77 off the lot, and I stay with 600. Remember? But anyway, Mac, you have a good night, Mac. Okay. All right. Nah, I don't like them Silverados, bro. Why you want to ask 600 what kind of car he got, bro? You don't you be seeing him in that Tesla? You see him in that Tesla, right? Hey Frank, you's a cold piece, man. I be seeing you on his lives too, man. All you do is put a bunch of rats on his live, man. You don't try to talk to the brother. You don't even. If you felt that way about that brother, you need to call in and talk to him. You might don't have the heart for that. Yeah, man. Cause y'all roommates is all good. Hey, Hennessy, get rid of this dude, man. This dude's a clown, man. This dude, a clown. He just want to troll. You want to troll, man? Go on somebody else's page and troll, bro. You's a clown, man. That dude's a clown, man. No, I never used to be in the schoolyard, but I used to be at I used to be at the World on Wheels though, and Blue used to come up there all the time, get knocked out. Blue used to come up there every week, man, just to get knocked out. But he had heart like a lion, man. He used to come up in that joint. He didn't care about nothing, and that was in their hood. He used to come up in there, man. They'd knock him out every time he come up in that sucker. Time I walk up in there, Blue be right there on the floor, asleep. Somebody had knocked him out. I remember the F-Bone knocked him out one night. Like, damn, bro. They used to shoot across the they used to bust on us like it was a brick wall. They used to be shooting at us from that over there by the brick wall. But it's a lot of good dudes from that over there in that section, bro. Yeah, man. I didn't hey, you know what, bro? I done met a lot of dudes, powerhouse that dudes have to be trolled and dudes be talking shit. Uh and I run into them on a flute. You know what they say? What's up, Ed? How you doing? And I just be looking at them. I was like, doing you talking shit? Oh, homie, ain't got nothing to do with that. And I'll be like, all right, man, have a good day, bro. Because it's like I don't know about that one. 600 didn't get chased off the beach, man. That's a lie. That's a damn lie. Get out of here. I don't know about that squabble right there, Wild Bunch. I never knew about that one. uh, shit, I'm gonna have to ask Stone about that. Which Stone? Dark skinned Stone or light skinned Stone? I don't know about that one, bro. So I never knew about that squabble. You went to junior high with little Bodine from schoolyard. Yeah, Bodine was. I know Bodine. I know Big Bodine. They closed World on Wheels down, huh? Didn't they? Yeah, I was locked up with Cartoon. I was in Lancaster with Cartoon. The way Cartoon is now, Cartoon was like that back then, bro. Cartoon be used to being so much fucking shit. Nah, bro, we had just went to jail. I think we went to jail like 2 weeks before that happened. We was in the county. It was Slep Rock. What, Slep Rock and Cartoon? Really? I don't know about that one either. Did I miss that? Now, Step Rock, that was the homeboy, man. In '88? Yeah, I wasn't there. I wasn't home in '88. Was I home in '88? Let me see. '87. No, I wasn't home in '88, bro. I think I was home like a couple of months in '88. I caught a hot one in '88 and came home in '89. I beat it in '89. It probably happened. I don't know. I'm gonna ask about that one though. C9000. Yeah, we were. I heard of 'em, man, but I don't know none of them dudes, man. No, I didn't know. I didn't know Pool Stick. Nope. From 7-4. Nope. Hey, Wild Bunch, how old are you, man? Are you what age group you in? I'm trying to figure out what happened to Huron from 7-4. Is he around? Did he ever get back out or what? I'm trying to remember them two youngsters, man, that was from Hoover. They caught a murder, man. I think it was Lil Frank and another cat, man. A tall brother. What's that brother name, man? Them two dudes, my buddies up in there, man. Oh yeah, he's out. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, you guys go subscribe to my other channel. Is Big Eddie Boy One. Oh, okay. You know Lil Frank from 7-4? I was doing a job over there in 2009, and I ran into Lil Frank over there. But Lil Frank knew I was Muslim because Lil Frank was in the penitentiary with me. And a bunch of Hoovers came in the store, man. They was like 10 deep, and I was just me. And I seen Lil Frank, and Lil Frank seen me. Um, and he looked, he didn't say nothing. So he let all his homies walk out. And he came up to me. He said, "What's happening, man? You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, bro." He said, "What the fuck you doing over here?" I was like, "Man, I'm working over here. I got a project over here." He said, "All right, bro. I'm not gonna tell the homies where you used to be from." I said, "I ain't from." He said, "Yeah, I know you're a Muslim now, though, man." But he said, "These niggas." He said, "That shit don't matter." And I was like, "All right, bro. You know, see, that's the type of things, man, that brothers don't forget, man. When you establish a relationship with dudes on the opposite side, you establish these relationships, man. You get caught out of bounds, or even if you're not a part of that section anymore, man. Some dudes don't care if you're not a part of that section anymore, man. They'll still down your ass because if you become a stripe for them, because if when we was younger, we was gunning for the dudes that was had the names. That's what we was gunning for. That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying, Wild Bunch? And you gotta respect dudes like that, bro. And then I ran into Lil Frank again. You know, I think ran into Little Frank a couple more times, man, and I was like, hey, bro, good looking out, man. And so that'll tell you a lot, man, about a brother, man, when he's has elevated to a whole different level, man. Cause that dude, Little Frank, was with some real. He was with some hitters that day, and dudes be ready to crash out, man, just because they want to crash out. They want to prove a point to somebody, and that's what these dudes do out here, man. And but they be up in the penitentiary talking about. They be talking about pray for me and all this old weird shit. When you was out doing, when we was out there doing that weird shit, we wasn't talking about praying for nobody or nothing like that, bro. See, when you go to jail like I did, because I went to jail when I was like 24. It's like you don't know no better. We wasn't thinking about no spirituality. We wasn't thinking about none of that stuff, man. We were just going through the motion, trying to figure out how we gonna beat the case and how we gonna get back out there and get to the bag again. That's what we focus on. We wasn't focused on nothing else. That's the only thing we was focused on. Hanging the hunters like that, bro. Nah, not really, man. We used to go down there and see Black Dog and them, and that's about it. But nah, bro, I always stayed on my side of town. Sometimes you just don't feel comfortable, man, in other hoods, man. I didn't. I never used to feel comfortable. Even I used to go over there to the Harlem hood. I never used to feel comfortable, man, because it was a couple of times when we went over there, man, and we got in fights with them dudes, man. I'm not going over there with that shit, man. Yeah, I know Big Devil. Big Devil, Nutty told on Big Devil. The dude that lied on my little brother, he told on Big Devil on a murder. Same dude. Because Nutty used to be from 5'9" Hoover. That's who he told on. I was there when Devil got killed, bro. You saying Nutty never used to be from 5'9" Hoover? Wild Bunch? Yeah, go do your homework, man. He was from Ansys Park, 5'9" Hoover, and then the 60s. He was a witness against Devil. Yeah, yeah, it's shocking. Man, bro, you know what? You got a lot of dudes that be hood hopping like that, though, bro. Zane, from which Hoover? Oh, I think Devil died in the 2000, man. I know he was standing in line and he was getting searched, and the youngster came from behind him and slashed his neck, man. Ooh, that was vicious. No, I didn't know Zane. I might have. I don't know if I see a picture of him. I probably knew him. If he was from my era, I probably knew him. I know Fat Rat ass. I know Fat Rat. I know Chim Chim. Chim Chim used to be from Five Dudes Hoover too, huh? Chim Chim died, man. That was crazy, man. I was just talking to that brother, man. That's crazy how Chim Chim died, man. I was like, man, that's crazy. Now that was my partner, Chim Chim. That boy Chim Chim, boy. Momo. Yeah, I know him. Sam. And you know what looked like an animal cage? Well, if you ever went to 4800, that was a straight animal cage, bro. You talking about animals? That sucker was loud. You walk in the thing, it just loud. Everybody screaming and hollering, man. Man, that shit used to be oh man, that shit just be stupid, man. Everybody screaming and hollering. Dudes up in there getting raped. It was just all type of weird shit up in there. It was just like an animal house up in there, man. I don't even know how I survived that shit, man. That shit was crazy, man. You in the cell, man. And all you in the cell with your ops. Oh, that shit was crazy, man. That shit was wild, man. Everybody up in there had murders. It was just everybody had murders on each other, homies. That was crazy, man. That shit was crazy, bro. I'm telling you, man. That shit was just it was insane. That shit was stupid, bro. That shit was stupid, man. I mean, that stuff was stupid, bro. It was just insane, man. Oh man, I think they was at the skate ring one day, man, and shit happened at the skate ring. That's why they fell out, man, with the grape streets, man. But they squashed that stuff, man. But yeah, there was some shit, man, at the skate ring. The brothers from the turf from the section, man, we was real very territorial. So when dudes used to come up there and try to come at the world on wheels and stuff like that, man, the only ones used to be us and the Hardems up there all the time. Then you had like other little dudes from other little sets that got along with us and stuff like that. And the grapes came up there, man, and stuff like that. Did you ever purposely put Crips in the? Nah, they never did no shit like that, man. I got a lot of stories about Mad Ronnie, bro. The last time I seen Mad Ronnie, man, I was driving up Slauson. Yeah, Bubba Loke, that's the brother. I don't remember that. I don't remember that. Wild Bunch. What year was that? Um, Last time I seen Mad Ronnie, bro, I was driving up Slauson, going home, getting on the 90, going to the marina, and I seen him walking down Slauson. This had to be like 2 in the morning. I turned around, I pulled up on the side of him, and he looked, cause I haven't seen him like in 30 years. I haven't seen him. He looked in the car. He said, "Oh, Eddie boy," and he jumped in the car. And I was like, I was like, bro, where you going? And I took him home. So I took him home. He was drunk. You could smell it all on him, man. He was just drunk, man. He was like, man, I ain't got no money. I gave him like $300. And I told the brother, man, just be safe out here. I was like, bro, you tripping, man. You need to get a car, man. You need to be safe out here like this. I said, dude, he had a blue rag on his neck and all that crazy stuff, man. I was like, damn, bro, you tripping, man. And when you in our area, we caught you slipping like that, man. You get you they'll weigh you out. And unfortunately, man, I heard that what happened to the brother, man. So it's like, man, if you don't change the pace, yeah, he got real skinny. I seen that. If you don't change the pace or the direction of your life, that type of shit, you want that type of shit, man. You subjective to go down like that, you know. And nowadays, you can't even tell who's doing what, man. When dudes used to like, say for instance, when you in back in the 80s and 90s, dudes when dudes go get at dudes, they'll bang the set. They'll be like, this wooty 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 whoop, and start getting off. Right now, they ain't doing none of that. They were smarter than we was, because they'll gun you down, don't say nothing. But some of them are stupid. Some of them will put it on live. They'll put it on Instagram and stuff like that. A lot of dudes, they be stupid like that. Oh man, we fell. I think we fell out with the Broadways, man, behind a bitch, behind a woman, man. One of the brothers was messing with one of them girls. You know how that everything behind a damn woman. But they didn't fall off to the extent, man, where it was a whole bunch of craziness though. But yeah, they fell out because I was there that night. Matter of fact, it was me, Big U, and Slim. Um, Me, Big U, and Slim. And Slim was fighting this dude, man. Slim was beating the shit out that dude, and me and Big U was making sure that he didn't get jumped. I remember that, man. Because everything's always, everything, man, 9 times out of 10, man, when you dealing with this gang culture, it be behind a female, bro. Yeah, it be a female, man. Everything be behind some damn female, man. That's crazy, man. How dudes lose their lives, man, over these females, bro. Over a piece of pussy. Hey, Brandy. Who are you, Brandy? Y'all know who Brandy is? Brandy, what are you talking about? Who are you? She's a troll. Brandy, are you a troll? I don't need to laugh. You just need to tell me who you are. You want to play all these riddle games. I probably know who you are anyway. All you got to do is, if you know me who I am, just give me a clue. Sure, man. Here we go. Okay, all right. Yeah, man. Y'all be careful, man. I'm not saying all women are bad or nothing like that, man. But if if a girl is messing with another dude and you find that shit out, man, just shake her motherfucking ass, man. Don't even get mad. Don't even get upset, man. There's so many women out here, man. It's pathetic, man. Have you guys ever been inside a hospital, bro? If you guys want to find a good girl, man, go to a hospital, man. They are saturated up in there, man. They don't be having no dudes, man. Wait a minute, my sister accidentally. Okay, Brandy, I don't know. I don't know who you are, Alexander. I don't know. How do you know you're getting set up? No, you don't be getting set up, bro. It's like it'd be a confrontation. It's like it's like dudes be like, say for instance, like you got one dude from a section messing with this girl, and then you have another dude messing with the same girl, right? And then you guys find out about that. So when you guys meet up in the same spot, it becomes an argument right there. So it'd be like, oh man, you mess with her? Yeah, yeah, that's my woman. You'd be like, oh, okay. Well, she playing both of us. You know what I'm saying? So she'll be playing both of you guys. So instead of you guys getting mad at each other, y'all need to look at the woman and say, okay, she's a piece of shit, or she ain't no good. And then you guys don't need to be getting no argument about that. And you be like, man, I get the fuck up out of there, man. Go ahead, you can have her. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that. Okay, okay, Alexander. That's not telling us who you are. You just got at least you're not being disrespectful. We just don't know who you are. You want to sit here and play mind games. I don't know who you are. You just a troll. Right now we just gonna consider you as a troll. Van Peasy. Yeah, bro, a lot of stuff, man. But I'm just saying though, man, if you guys go to a hospital, bro, look, you go to the hospital, it's like a smorgasbord for a man, bro. All type of fractions up in that joint. Sisters, Asian, Hispanics, whites, whatever you name it. And a lot of them, brother, they all making six figures. They all got good jobs, and they don't be having no dues, bro. I don't know what that is, man. Especially the doctors. The doctors are the really ones don't have no dues. Yeah, they do. It'd be a bunch of fine ones up in there, bro. He said Asian persuasion. Man, it's a bunch of them up in there, bro. They everywhere, man. I'm just saying, they just everywhere, bro. I'm just saying that that's why I told one of my buddies to do that. He went up in there and got him a girl up out of there. I guess he got tired of whatever he got tired of. I said, man, go to a hospital. You'll find your girl, bro. He was like, what do you mean? I said, man, just go in there and go to the cafeteria, dude, and just sit down and just have lunch or dinner or something like that. And just watch them come up in that joint. He knocked a bad one too coming up out of there. They probably did, man. Yeah, I met Nip. Well, when I met Neil, bro, I was on my way to Kansas City, man. Because like I said, man, I watched Nip from afar. Because when I came home in 2008, he wasn't that big. He was just getting his feet wet. But I watched him evolve. So when he got that store over there on Crenshaw and Slauson, when I went over there to get some hoodies, I walked up in there, bro, and I was just minding my business because they didn't know who I was because none of them dudes knew who I was, bro. So one of the dudes out my era walked up in there and he looked and he seen me and he was looking at them and he told them, he was like, man, y'all don't know who that is? They were like, nah. So he told them who I was, and they were like, nah, man, that's not him. He was like, shit, that's him. So Nip came over there and he was talking to me, bro. And the only thing he wanted to know was what happened between me and Big U. That's crazy, huh? That's the only thing he wanted to know, bro. And I kept it a buck with him. I told him, and I said, "Look, bro." And he said, and then he was just like, he was asking me like, he said, "Can I trust him?" I said, "Bro, I don't know what you guys' relationship is about, so I can't speak to that, bro. But me, nah, I don't rock with him. You know, there's a respect level between me and him, and that's it, and that's all. And I seen his potential, bro. I seen him evolve from like a like a gang banging type dude into like a conscious individual, man, real quick. That was incredible, and he did that on the streets. Yeah, Nip had a lot of potential, bro. I'm gonna tell you about that situation with the brother. Cause my baby brother got killed right there in that same parking lot, July 3rd, 1993. In that same parking lot, bro. Like almost like the same place when Nip got gunned down. Some people came by and was driving my baby brother. Not my little brother, my baby brother. My baby brother working at Quick and Split at that time, and I think he was only like 15 years old. And they came by shooting, and he caught a straight bullet. So when he got hit, a lady in the car panicked, and she tried to get up out of there, and she ran him over. So he died like that, man. But I was locked up, and I was like, man, at that time, they was probably glad I was gone. What's up, brother? What's up, Cimarron? Cause I would have combed every block, man, and seen who done that, bro. What's going on, Cimarron? How you doing, bro? You out there working? But like I said, man, the only thing that puzzled me about Nip when that happened to him. Oh, okay. Um, when that happened to him, bro, wasn't no gunners out there. I was like, man, how don't nobody have no guns out there? Cynthia stayed on 57, Brynhurst. Well, your mom might know about that situation then, Ruben. Robin. No, I don't know no G. I didn't know no GI Joe. Man, that shit ain't true, man. I don't know where they got that phrase from. Wild Bunch. I don't know where they got that shit from, man. I don't know where they got that fake ass cliche from, man. Fuck that shit. I don't believe in that shit. Um, that's not a that's I don't know where they got that from, man. That's some new wave type stuff. But it's like a lot of history, man. I'm just not talking about that section, but a lot of sections. Every section goes through the same type of turmoil, right? And it's just not aired out, online or something like that. But everybody go through the same type of bullshit, bro. Okay. Um, I don't know Wild Bunch, man. I don't know what that shit, man. He's stupid. It's just like, all right, bro, whatever, bro. Okay, he's not from there. Okay, bro. I don't know, man. He said he's not a gang member no more, so I don't care if 600 from there or not, bro. I don't care. It doesn't. It don't even matter to me, man. It only matters for dudes that's still functioning, man. That shit don't matter to me, man. That brother, he's my partner. He's my buddy. Um, and that's all I can say, man. I don't. If he ain't from there, man, he ain't from there, man. Shit, I don't give a shit. I don't think nobody should really care about being from a section, man. That stuff, man. Come on, man. What do we get from being? What do we get from being from a section, bro? Let me know what the ultimate reward from being from 60s, gangsters, Hoovers, Coases, Compton, Watts, Bloods, or Southsider. What is our biggest reward from being from a section, bro? Can somebody explain that to me, please? Because I really want to know. hey man, I don't care if Nip didn't want nobody, didn't want no strap, man. Dude, if you a member, you gonna have a strap around there, bro. All right, bro. Why you okay, bro? Okay. Why you so focused on 600, bro? Next time, I tell you what. I tell you what, bro. B dog yak. Next time he go live, won't you call in this live, bro? You have that conversation with him, or you get in this chat and you have that conversation with him, bro. That's all I can tell you, man. I don't know nothing. I don't know. I don't look. First of all, he's not in my generation. Okay, the brothers I talk to and you and his age group say he's from over there. So if you want to argue that with somebody, you need to get with them and argue that with them. You can't argue that with me, man, because he was only but like 7, 8 years old when I left. So you're talking to the wrong guy, bro. I don't know why they keep bringing up 600, man. I don't know why they got to beef with 600 so bad, man. That's crazy. Nah, we never beef with them dudes, man. Nah, the A7s and the 9-7, we never beef with them dudes like that, bro. All right, bro. Whatever. I don't care, bro. Somebody else in the chat saying he did, and he from 60s, Money Green. So won't you don't you talk to him about him, bro? Argue with them about that. I don't. You can't argue with me about that, man. You sound like the dude talking about that I live with 600. So won't you ask the brothers in the, you got some 60s up in here? Ask them. They up in here, bro. They see your comments. They replying to you, so you might, y'all can have that conversation between you guys. You don't have to ask me. Avenues? Where is that at? Where is the Avenue Pyrus at? Where is that at? Because the only brims that I know, and it's like it's a six deuce brims, and we used to come across the B and G's. Nah, man, nah, I'm telling you, bro, Inglewood, bro, it wasn't. Not in my era, bro. We wasn't really the Inglewood, the Inglewood families, man. We wasn't really having a problem with them brothers like that, bro. Yeah, yeah, we really wouldn't have no problem with them brothers, man, like that. Yeah, we used to have a problem with the Browns, but we wasn't really, we wasn't really rocking like that with them dudes. He said the Avenue Pyrus was in Inglewood, but the Browns was always scared of her. It just we just wasn't focused on them like that, bro. Cause you guys got to understand, man, that in that particular time, that our beef was with the gangsters, man, a lot. Our beef wasn't really with a lot of other people like that, bro. We wasn't focused on dude like that. Now we may run across a couple of individuals in that particular era on the outskirts, but man, we wouldn't even focus on them dudes like that, bro. Now I don't know, some of us have in my era. I don't know about the brothers that came behind me. I don't know what I don't know about nothing about all that type of stuff. So I can't speak to that. Because we all from different eras. Like I'm sure a lot of brothers up in here that lived over there, they from different eras. So in my era, we was always. I'm saying I speak to my experience into my era, into my transformation. From point A to point B to C, D, all the way to Z. And I speak on things that I have knowledge about. And it's like some of the brothers probably in the chat that know um who brothers was beefing with at that time and stuff like that, bro. You say baby thirsty or bark too. You from Brim, huh, bro? Baby Yak, Beto Yak, you from Brim? You saying baby thirsty? He not. You saying baby thirsty not from '60s? No, like I said, bro. They was just bloods, man. We really didn't have no funk with nobody outside. They was too far. The different lanes was too far over. So we really didn't have no funk with them brothers like that. No, I'm in the third generation, bro. The second generation, the first generation and the second generation is almost the same. Almost the same because it's like months apart. And then, like a year, 2 years later, then we all start coming around. Yeah, you see that's what I'm saying. You guys, right, right, wild bunch. You guys are over there with them. We wasn't over there with them like that. So it's like, we were just isolated on certain things in our era. Like I said, we was funking with just one particular group for a while. We wasn't focused on nothing else. Y'all go over there and subscribe to Rose Visual. That's the brother, man. Rose was a handful, man, growing up. I remember how Rose when he was a little kid, man, running around in that dirt field over there. And then I remember Rose, I think he went to placement or something like that. He got out of placement, and I seen him over there by F Bone House. I remember that Rose was with the business, and it's like a lot of dudes forget, man, that you said the first generation went by the first name. Yeah, the first generation went by their first name. They came up with nicknames too, but y- y- yeah, dude, they came up with they right. Like P Stone, did you ever meet T Rogers? Nah, I didn't meet T Rogers. I mean Tone Stone and a lot of other them individuals over there, the Black P Stones. Now Rose is a real dime block boy, dude, for sure. He had a phone store in the '60s. Where at? Was it Phone Zone? What year was this? Uh, John Doe. John Doe. I don't know about that, brother. I don't know. I never met no little nutty, bro. To be honest with you, he changed his name to Caffeine. What kind of name is Caffeine? Come on, are you trolling? But what kind of name is Caffeine? What dude have a name called Caffeine, man? I come on, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never heard no shit like that. Oh yeah. I don't never. I don't. What's his stage name? I don't know, bro. Oh man, I don't know. Hey, bro, I never heard no beef about what. Oh, with the Avalons. I think they had beef with the Avalons after Baby Bone got killed. When before I left, we didn't have no beef with the Avalons. I was in jail. I was in jail with a lot of them Avalons in the module. Stupid. He was a male strip of caffeine. But what kind of name is caffeine, bro? That's crazy. John Doe. John Doe, you from over there? You from over there in that section over there, bro? What's your real name, John Doe? Yeah, I know them. Sam and Anthony. I know Anthony for sure. Okay. You saying John Doe 60, right? I know that's an 80th name, all right? I don't know no Sam either. What Sam you talking about? I don't know no Sam. The only Sam I know was Big Bone. Yeah, they cousins. Yeah, stay out the way they cousins. I see a lot of them Hoovers got out, man. A lot of them reputable Hoovers got out, man. That I was in the joint with, man. I be seeing them on the under the groove, and I be smiling, man, because it's like, man, like yesterday, man, when we was out there acting an ass, but everybody seemed like they got their shit together now, which is a good thing, bro. Because life was hard for us back then, and life was hard for us in that penitentiary, man. Because when a lot of brothers, I'm not asking John Neal that, bro. I'm asking you, who are you? Who are you? Um, a lot of them brothers got their shit together, man. Cause I remember a lot of brothers had life and they really thought they wasn't getting out, bro. Until they started letting dudes out, man, which is a good thing. Now it seems like they open up the floodgate. Now all them brothers home. All them brothers that had hot ones in the '80s, they all home. Yeah, I want to know who this brother is right here, man. Let me see. Let me check him out. Oh, he joined. This is a new channel. This is a new channel, man. This is a new channel. Okay, but what's your name? You remember my Thunderbird, right? This is a new channel. You just made this channel 5 minutes ago. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know when you made this channel. It's nothing wrong, man. Just give me a hint and I can figure out who you is. You ain't gotta tell me who you are. Just give me a hint who you are, bro. No, I didn't know Treacher Evil. I was never nowhere with them. I know a lot of other Raymonds, but I was never with Treacher Evil. They names ring so many bells up inside that penitentiary. No, I know Big. No Lil QT. I know Big QT. I ain't never heard no Ground Sleeper, bro. See, you guys got to remember, man, that I left in 1990, 1991, December 26, 1991, right? And it's a lot of other individuals came after me, right? What's Santa Claus? I know Santa Claus from 20s. I don't know nobody knows Santa Claus from over there. You know how many people, brother, from over there in that particular era or anywhere? I'm sure that anybody, yeah, I know Santa Claus. I'm sure that anybody from any section, bro, you guys don't know all y'all peoples, bro, right? And then you have dudes. Okay, okay. I remember the girl, man. I'm just trying to remember you, bro. No, respectfully, I'm trying to remember who you are. I don't know why y'all be hiding who y'all are, bro. It's just like you guys, it's like you guys are shackled behind something. Like you guys are shackled from something, man. Yeah, I know who you are, bro. I'm talking about these dudes up out that section that I used to be a part of, bro. I'm trying to figure out why they be hiding who they are, man. They be scared to say their name. Y'all don't want to get in trouble. Y'all scared to get in trouble or something? Y'all gonna get a whooping? Y'all gonna get a whooping if y'all say who y'all are? Hmm? What's going on? If y'all gonna get a whooping, just let me know, bro. I won't say nothing no more. Them dudes be scared to say who they are. They might get a whooping over there, man. Oh, that shit is funny, man. Hey, you know who I ain't seen in a long time, man? I ain't seen Big Bam, man. Man, Big Bam, that was my partner, man. I still don't know who you are, bro. I'm not gonna guess who you are. Um, I'm gonna just let you. That's good for him, bro. I just ain't seen him, man. I remember the last time I seen Big Bam. He was Big Bam was just a cool dude, but Big Bam, big ass sneaky ass, just be fucking on this girl, and I was fucking on her friend, man. It was crazy, man. How I found out, man. Uh, Yeah, I hear he doing all right, man. He doing cool, man. I just ain't seen him, man. It's a lot of them brothers I ain't seen in so long, man. That was, solid dudes, good dudes, man. They just walked away from that shit. Brother, there was never no leader over there, bro. I don't know why dudes think. I don't know why dudes think there's a leader over there in that section, bro. It's impossible for it to be a leader over there, bro. It's impossible. It's too many people, too many cliques, too many crews. It's impossible for one dude to go. Do you know how much work you have to do to control that shit over there? Let me explain something to you, man. This is why I know you dudes think on a low level. If it's one leader over there, right? Do you think? I know Bam stay out the way, bro. I understand that. If I ain't seen him, I know you stay out the way. You know? Yeah. Slip, little Bam, Nicky Bam. I remember Big Bam used to come get little Bam off 10th Avenue damn near every day, make his ass go home. Boy, that was so funny to me, man. It was hilarious. Then little Bam used to always sneak his little ass back over there, boy. It was crazy, man. That's when it was love back then, man. Back then. I don't know how that shit turned out to be so fucked up over there, bro. You know, yeah, I know that. I know he backed up about that. I would have backed up too. Um, would have got the hell up out of there too, man. That shit was fucked up. But that's what I'm saying, man. Shit should be just be trash, man. But any back to the leader, the conversation with the leader. If there's a leader from any group, that mean that leader don't have to do shit, right? That mean that anybody out there slanging, making any type of moves, making any type of financial gain, they got to bring the leader. They got to cut the leader into the bag, right? So you don't have that in probably in no section, bro, like that. Because if they did, man, dudes wouldn't be going to jail. Big, you wouldn't be in jail for what he going to jail for the jail right now, bro. Dudes, he would have been sitting back on his couch, probably playing a game or something like that, and dudes would come over there and drop the bag. Man, it's impossible for one dude. Now I don't. Now I'm saying over there, but now these little sets, it might be that, but them big sets like the gangsters and A-Trade gangsters and the '60s and the coasters and who I don't know. I think dudes just respect man older individuals, man. I don't know why they want. I think a lot of dudes wanted to be from '60s, man, because of that reputation over there, brother. Because that reputation preceded itself, man. No, I didn't know Baby Job. I think, yeah, yeah, I did know Baby Job, man. I was tripping. Yeah, I did know Baby Job. He died, huh? Yeah, that might be true. We still want to know your name. We still want to know your name, bro, because you hiding. You hiding, bro. Why you hiding, bro? He got stabbed. Damn, I thought he had a heart attack or something, man. We still want to know your name, bro. We want to know who you are. You know, if you scared to say your name, just let me know who you scared of, and I will send word to them and not to whoop you. Yeah, you hiding. Yeah, you're hiding, bro. I don't know why you hiding, man. You want me to remember something, brother? You know, hey Cimarron, do you know who he is? Damn, that's crazy, man. You got stabbed by a smoker. Man, that's insane. Yeah, they accept with that man, that LA culture, man. I don't know why they upset with that. You know what though, man? This is what I told the brothers, man. That with everything that's going on inside that section right now, it's like $1 billion play right now. If brothers got together and brought their mind together and they head together, man, without any type of discrepancy or something like that, and they can just from the first generation, the second generation, the third generation, and so forth and so on, man, that'll be the biggest series or the biggest movie in history. That's like $1 billion play right now. And I don't see why brothers ain't even paying attention to that, man. I do not get that. Man, because this is gonna be huge, man. Everything that's going on is gonna be huge, man. Somebody need to organize that and orchestrate that, bro. I'm talking about even if you from the gangsters, or even if you from Hoover, or the Coasters, or the Comptons and Watts, man, this shit is huge, man. Tuna brain. Which tuna brain? Little tuna brain, big tuna brain, baby tuna brain. Hey, Cimarron, you know tuna brain? You from the fronts, right, tuna brain? So John, so do he know Big Tone from '60s? Front Hood AG Avenue gang. This dude, man, Front Hood AG. Somebody in the chat, man, from over there, bro. You need to probably find out who he is. Oh, that's crazy. Thankful all the wise advice, bro. Stay righteous. All praise be to Allah, brother. Alhamdulillah, brother. Salam alaikum, Aki. Look, I'm trying to figure out who this brother is. He trying to see he's still playing games, man. You gonna get a whooping. Somebody gonna whoop you. If they find out you on here, they gonna whoop you. That's the problem. You gonna get DP. They gonna take off their belt. They not gonna beat you up. They gonna take your belt. They gonna take a belt off and go get a switch or a water hose or something. They gonna whoop you. That's why you scared. You gonna get one of them old fashioned whooping. Which one? Big to the brain, little to the brain. What's to the brain? Okay. Well, Cimarron should know who you are. I asked him. Yeah, was that hard, bro, for you to do that? Oh, what's wrong? What was all the wordplay and all that old bullshit? What was up with that, man? Come on, man. That was crazy. These dudes be crazy. Oh man, dude be finna get in trouble, man. Dude gonna get DP. What you doing on that live over there? Bring your ass over here now. I'm gonna whoop your ass. Don't you go on that channel no more. We're gonna beat your butt. That's crazy, man. Just be yourself, bro. Don't be shackled, man. Scared of nobody, man. Don't be no follower, bro. Just be yourself, man. All right, no problem, bro. Yeah, we already know who you are, Cimarron. Man, I've been on this live for a while, man. I'm gonna get the hell up off here, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I got something in the making, bro. It's gonna blow y'all mind, man. I've been had it, man, but I'm gonna post it on my new channel, man. In order for people to go see it, um, they're gonna have to subscribe to that sucker, man. W- Bro, we know. I know a lot of dudes got yeah, yeah. Some of your little homies are minions too. This dude too brain, man. This dude crazy. All right, brothers, man. All right, bro. I ask him. You brothers be safe, man. Maintain y'all discipline, man. Don't let these YouTube streets, man, get y'all to the point, man, where y'all believe everything that y'all hear. And when y'all hear something, man, always try to investigate that stuff, man, because it's always the truth behind, whatever's going on. Oh, Clubhouse TV. Okay, here we go. If Benzo told, why was you in Minnesota with him years later after that, 5 or 6 years? Hey, bro, Benzo, didn't nobody know he told, bro. Respectfully. I didn't see my brother's paperwork until I went to the pen, bro. And to be truthful with you, my Benzo didn't tell on my brother. Benzo told on that other stuff. I'm sure you see the some of the transcript up there. I'm gonna post some more up there for you. But I've been trying to get them to you, man. You can tap in with my IG. It's staying underscore ready, and I'll shoot it to you, bro. He didn't tell on my little brother. He told on other people at first, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that was. And I didn't know. And to be honest with you, bro, like I said, I didn't know that they backdoor my little brother, man, until I went to the pen when me and Big U caught that case. Yeah, man. Hell yeah, Petey White tripping like that. So club, that's what happened, bro. We didn't know what was going on, man. A lot of us didn't know what was going on. And like I said, bro, at that particular time, we was young, we was naive, we didn't know shit. The only ones brothers was really focused on at that particular time that dudes knew for sure that told was nutty. That's what I was getting when I was in jail. I was getting that it was nutty. Benzo came into play. He told on Petey Whack and some other dudes, bro. So, like I said, I posted paperwork up there. You can read it, and I'm gonna post some more up there, and you can read it. But if you want me to get it to you, bro, he caught a weed case and something else. But they had offered him $10,000 to tell. They was lying to him. They was running a maneuver on him. And if you read the paperwork, you'll see that. And I'm trying to get it to you, bro. If you have Instagram, let's tap me in on Instagram, but I'll shoot it to you. I don't have a problem with that. One thing for sure, two things for certain, bro. You got to understand, man. All them brothers was yeah. Keto Rock is solid as fuck. Um, was my friends, bro. My homies. So I don't have to sit up there and say too much of nothing about a dude, man, because I know you just can't sit there and put no allegations on nobody, bro, because that shit ain't cool, even if you like them or not, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if you want that information, just tap in on my IG, bro. I will shoot it to you with no problem, bro. I will shoot it to you, bro. It's all in there. It's self-explanatory. All you, bro, all you gotta do is tap in. If you want it, all you gotta do is tap in, bro. Or if you tapped in with are you still in Minnesota? Do you know J Bone? Little J Bone? Tap in with little J Bone. Get my number, bro. I shoot it to you. Them brothers, man, just tap in one of them brothers out there with you, bro. I shoot it to you. Yeah, Lou's just like his damn daddy, bro. That ain't no cap, man. It's like a splitting image, you know. And you know what's a trip, man? I don't see why dudes, man. It's so hard to read. It's so hard to read paperwork, bro. Um, my thing is that if you guys want to know something, and like I said, if I post the paperwork, because my brother, we don't speak on things that we don't have no knowledge about. We speak it on public record and what was in the case, right? So if you want it, if you really want it, you're gonna tap in and try to get it. If you can't see it, if you can't understand it, because now everybody can't put their head around it. Well, why this and why that? Because you're not thinking. You're not thinking. If you follow the case and you follow everything that was said, you'll be saying, okay, then you'll see how he got backdoored, and you'll see who did what. Because people talking about, oh, it don't make no, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Because a lot of dudes that wasn't there or in that era, it don't make sense to you guys because you guys wasn't around back then. It makes sense to us because we was around back then. We seen a whole lot of shit back then, bro. You guys didn't see what we seen. You guys don't know how the police was. You guys didn't know nothing, bro. Yeah, man, he did. Right, just don't commit no crime, bro. You right about that, man. All right, man. You brothers take. Hey, Benzo, you want it? I sent it to you. I told you that from Jump Street. I don't have no problem giving it to you, bro. You, Bronco T, none of you dudes, bro. I don't care. Whoever want it, I give it to them. And on that note, you brothers have a good night. Assalamu alaikum.